You're a person with a big plan to reinvent your life. You have a gift, a message, a product, an idea, a piece of art within you that if you allowed it to be shared with the world would create true abundance in your life, but also make a big difference in the lives of the people that you're here to serve. But the challenge for a lot of ambitious people is sometimes our dreams are so big and they're so outside of the box of what we know in our career and in our finances or relationships that we don't know how to make it happen. And if you're a high performer, that can actually cause your nervous system to freeze up. You get paralyzed because so many of us think that we need to know the perfect plan, steps A through Z, to get to that next level in your life. But the mindset shift that I want to offer you today is you don't need to know the how. A lot of times when we talk about manifestation or the law of attraction, it's also known as co-creation, which means that you are creating your dreams alongside the universe. And typically, as you're stepping into your purpose, the universe will always meet you halfway and support you. Life supports what supports life. So the how is not yours to worry about. The universe typically has a far more efficient plan for you to bring those dreams forward than you could ever create on your own. And I don't want that to sound like too ethereal or woo-woo or crunchy, so I'll give you a practical example from my life on how it played out. And there's actually audio evidence of this that you can go back and check out on your own. I have a podcast, Life Amplified, that I debuted in 2017. And on the fourth ever episode that I did, I interviewed my friend Chris Lee about these principles of abundance and prosperity. And it was almost like Chris started interviewing me in the episode, but he asked me, what is my 10-year plan? Like the biggest thing that I wanted to create by October of 2027. And at that point in my life, I just felt if I could reach an audience and inspire them, like of 10 million people globally, and if I could make just enough money in my business to live on the beach in La Jolla, California, that would have been a life well lived. And remember, at this point, I was making maybe $4,000 to $5,000 a month in my business. I was getting by, but I was not wealthy. And I had about 600 social media followers. So there was a big gap between where I was and an audience of 10 million. And I believed if I really worked hard and I put myself out there and did a bunch of speaking engagements, in 10 years, I'd be able to reach that audience. But as luck would have it, 4 months after I aired that interview, I got a call from my friends at the Elvis Duran Morning Show. It's a huge morning syndicated radio show that's on 80 cities up and down the eastern half of the United States. You might have actually found me from my appearances on the Elvis Duran Show. But they invited me on and had me do a talk about career reinvention and leaving a soul-sucking job. And at the end of the interview, I looked at the producer. I said, hey, how many people heard this interview? And he looked at me, he said, roughly about 12 million. In 4 months, I went from 600 social media followers and being unknown to being able to reach my 10-year goal. Interesting postscript to that story is 11 months after that interview, I was doing so well in my business, I grew it by 6 times. And I made enough money that I moved to Southern California and moved into my dream apartment on the beach in La Jolla. So this is the power of just honoring the dream and not getting caught up in the how. As one mentor told me once, screw the how for now. If you're focused on how to get there, you're going to get into worry, you're going to get into procrastination, you're going to get into perfectionism. The much more effective question that's going to keep you consistently aligned and taking action toward your dreams is, why do you want the reinvention? How is you saying yes to your purpose, to step outside your comfort zone, to face your fear, to put yourself out in the world in a brand new way, going to improve your life? How is it going to improve the life of the people that you're here to serve? So what I found now in coaching people in 10 countries, there's about 4 whys that are powerful enough that will get you to take action. Number 1, you might just want to prove the naysayers wrong. I know when I started out and I left a 6-figure media career, my family thought I lost my mind. And there were some people whose opinion and support that I really wanted who told me, no, Dan, you're not qualified to become a coach. You need to go back and get a real job. And that triggered a little bit of that screw you energy within me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to prove to you that I can do this. So proving the doubters wrong was a powerful motivator. And here's what I will say. It works for you initially. It's not a great long-term strategy. If the only way that you're going to show up for your dreams is because you have a chip on your shoulder and you have somebody that you have to prove wrong, you will create whatever it is that you want, but you'll also feel like a heaviness, a certain dense energy around that. It's much better to create from a place of inspiration than having to prove yourself, but it might be enough to get you started, at least initially. The second why that will get you to show up for your dreams is that you want to prove your supporters right. You know, if you're being honest with yourself, we mostly focus on the people that doubt us, but you've had one person in your life at least who believed in you, who saw value in you, who knew what your potential was, and they've encouraged you to chase your dreams. Maybe they believed in your dreams more than you did, but you want to prove to that person that their faith in you was not misguided, that you want to honor them by taking action toward your dreams. And that can be a powerful why to get you going also. But the real juice in creating your reinvention is in the third and fourth why that I'm going to share with you today. Why number 3 is that living your dreams is going to allow you to better take care of the people that you love. That you're stepping outside of like that corporate paradigm where some guy in a suit and a tower is determining your value, and you're saying, hey, I'm open to making as much money as I'm willing to receive. I'm going to determine my value in the world. And as you create that financial abundance, which always follows your purpose, you're going to be able to create better experiences. You know, your family won't have to want for anything. You'll be able to easily pay for your child's college education if you want. You're going to be able to provide more experiences for them, but also be able to take some of that money and use it to do good in the world. You know, a big part of my business is every time a client invests with me, I take a portion of that money and immediately donate it to organizations like Feeding America and the Humane Society, so that you know, as you're stepping into your abundance, that overflow is going to go out to the people around you. And the fourth why that will get you out of that place of being frozen and paralyzed with fear and get you taking action toward your dreams is quite simply that you showing up for your purpose it's like this feeling that you're connected to something bigger than yourself. Think about that for a moment. That you know that there is somebody out here that you have information, skill, a gift, an idea, a piece of art within you that's somehow fundamentally and uniquely going to improve their lives. You know, back in the days when I was struggling in my coaching business, making like $1,500 a month, it would have been easy for me to pack it in and go take another 6-figure job with a 401k in corporate. And I didn't. And the reason that I didn't is I wanted to show up for you. And I might not have even known you. You might not have even been in my coaching community at that point, but I knew that there were people suffering in soul-sucking jobs and people that were laying in bed every night saying, I know there's something more out there for me. And I knew that if I could figure this out, if I could thrive in my purpose, that I could be an example and create a pathway for other people to do the same. So to recap, let go of asking, how do I make this happen? That's actually the universe's plan to reveal that path for you. If you want to stay consistent and stay aligned with your dreams this year and beyond, have a powerful why. Are you going to prove the naysayers wrong? Is there somebody who saw value in you and you want to prove them right? Is living your purpose going to allow you to better take care of the people you love? Or is it going to allow you to impact the lives of others, that you're connected to something bigger than yourself? Go to the comments. Let me know what you want to create and what is your why. Don't forget to click subscribe, give this video a like, and share it with your community. And I'll be back talking to you soon.